it's Indy, and happy Mindful Monday, my favorite day of the week. I am not just saying that, it really is my favorite day. Mondays always feels like it's the beginning, and everything and anything is possible, and I just love being reunited with my team. So yeah, no Sunday scaries for me. I get really excited on Sundays because it means the next day's Monday. It's also really annoying for my family, I'll be honest. So today, what are we going to talk about? Last week, we talked about finding balance, right? And that there is no such thing as 50% this and 50% that. And then I really think it's sometimes 80-20 in terms of 80%, you're a entrepreneur, and 20% you're a mom. And then sometimes you're 100% a mom, and that's all that's, in your realm of focus. And that's okay. We just know there's 100% of the wheel, and we're going to carve it differently based upon our priorities. And I think that it resonated for a lot of you, at least based upon the feedback I was getting. But something else came up. And as part of finding balance, there's a word that I want us to practice using a little bit more in terms of creating balance for ourselves. So it's a really simple word. It's only 2 letters, and it's no. Say it with me, everybody. No. Guys, that is not a naughty word. It is okay to say no. It's not possible for us to be everywhere, do everything. You're not being selfish in a negative way. You're taking care of yourself and putting boundaries on what you can and cannot physically, mentally, emotionally do. And I think it's so important that we celebrate our ability to say no respectfully and cautiously, of course, but as it relates to putting boundaries on ourselves, right? So we talk about, obviously saying no to this in terms of say no to drugs, no drink driving, no to texting, but it's okay to say, no, I can't overcommit. Because we tend to overcommit because we feel like, well, it's either FOMO, like we're going to fear that we're going to miss out on something, or that someone might think badly of us if we don't go to every, event or participate in every live that I do. I'm not upset. I understand that you're not at every one of mine. But I think it's really important to be able to use that one simple word and not feel guilt associated with it when it comes to taking care of yourself and your family. And so it's something that was very difficult. I was a yes person, and I wouldn't say no. I felt like I had to be everywhere, do everything for everybody, and that if I said no to something, I wouldn't be invited back to an event, or people would think that I didn't like them, or I don't know, I made up all these crazy stories instead of just being honest that I was exhausted, or that I couldn't physically be someplace at the same time that I was somewhere else. And sometimes it was that I could be there, but I wasn't going to because I needed to prioritize either myself and my own well-being or that of my family. And sometimes it means I can't do family things because I need to put work first. And I've been in both of those situations. And of course, that side of me does feel guilt. But more and more, I don't have that connection with that guilt because I'm being honest about why I can't do it. Perfect example is I had something that I needed to do with my family. And I had all these work things going on, and people wanted me to travel, and I said I couldn't. I had a wedding, and I didn't want to miss the wedding. And oftentimes I have missed things for family things for work and prioritize work. And this was one of those that I wasn't going to be able to do. It meant something to be there for my family, it meant something to show up to my family, and for my kids to see that I could prioritize that this family event was priority for me. Now, the flip has happened many, many times. There are times when I haven't been able to go and do things with my kids because I needed to be at an event for an appearance, or maybe I need to work late. Certainly when I was in the finance, I missed a lot of things, Halloweens, and oh my gosh, so many different school things because I was working late. at that point, that was my priority. Maybe it was misaligned, but you know what? I can't go back. I can only go forward. But I think we put a lot of our pressure on ourselves to always say yes and to always be available. And I'm asking you for part of your homework to take a look at what you prioritize. And when you say, I can't get things done for myself, or I can't prioritize my self-care, why is that? Does it have anything to do with you're not saying no when you need to prioritize your health instead? So your homework for this week is to share how you set boundaries and when you say no. And also to sound off below, guys. Am I the only one who has difficulty or has had difficulty in the past that you feel like you have to be all, end all, and be everywhere? Can't wait to hear from you guys. Cannot wait to hear how maybe saying no every once in a while has improved your week and your priorities. And guys, have an amazing week. This was a simple one, but it was one that I felt that was important to share because we don't prioritize ourselves enough and set boundaries to take care of ourselves and our family. And also, sometimes we need to prioritize work too, and that's okay. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Mindful Monday. Bye.